Beatbox sponsor us.
Power Trip sponsor us.
Power Trip sponsor us. Gas station Power Trip.
I wonder if Power Trip knows that their merch is being sold at a gas station out here.
It would be sick if they found out through our episode of the podcast.
A bunch of tags.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind podcast where we like to normalize checking in on your homies. This is episode 150. And if you like what we do, please follow, like, subscribe. It helps. I'm Mike. That's also Mike. And we also have Jesse on camera.
Yep.
Again, looking nice. Dressed to the nines, looking nice, dude. You look good.
Looking so good.
Yeah, you look good. I'm proud of you for how good you look.
The standard he sets for himself. I love it. We don't even have to say nothing. You just do it. You just come, just looking sharp. So handsome.
He's trying so hard to just keep his composure right
Playing
now.
it on real thick.
Looks so good.
Thick.
So good. Yeah. Episode 150, asterisk. Yeah, so on the way here, went through and kind of looked at like the past episodes and the 150 or so that we've done.
Technically, listen, there's been like part 1s and 2s that have come out. There's been
special ones.
There's been 0.5s that have come out. So give or take 150 episodes proper.
Yeah.
Right? But
yeah.
But this is the official 150.
Yeah.
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 Next thing you know, we've already been at 200.
I know. I'm just thinking about some of the episodes we had to redo.
Yeah, we had some episodes
We've
to
had to
redo.
redo 3. At least that I can remember.
First one was a drunk episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one episode we did where Mike looked at me and was like, "My mom listens to this," and I was like, "Fair."
Yeah.
Mike was getting deep in his feelings and talking about strip clubs and.
Can I tell that story now?
Thanksgiving and.
Does your mom still listen?
No.
Okay, well, yeah.
Checked out.
All right. At least she stuck around long enough for us to have her on the show.
Yeah.
And that's what counts.
Was that like the 5th episode?
It was pretty early on.
It was pretty early.
It was pretty early on. We hadn't quite figured out what the show was. I feel like we're still trying to figure that out to an extent.
Dude, obviously, like the first episodes were of us basically explaining what it was, which Martin was on.
Martin was in, yeah.
And then we had...
That was the first, technically, 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Because we split all those up into parts 1 and 2. And then...
And then the EP.
Yeah. Yep.
And then our first guest... You know who our first guest was?
You guys did
Who's our
Zoom.
first guest?
This is our buddy
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yeah. That's right.
Heavy story. By the way, Jeffrey, you need to write a book.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then
That episode was, if you go back and listen to it, it was pretty wild when he would talk about the procedures that he had to go through and
twice.
yeah.
Bone marrow stuff and yeah.
Ugh, rough.
Oh, man.
Good for you, Jeffrey.
I have some notes on here about kind of just went through like little notes of like significance of like episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have like Ty, his first appearance,
Yeah.
episode 9.
Episode 9 was Ty's first
Yeah.
appearance? Oh, was that with Daniel? Was that a
think
Spider-Man episode?
Is that what it was? With Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then episode 10 is when we talk about Jesse thinking I was the older brother because he met my brother. My brother.
That's right. I love that story.
I hate that story.
Jesse, Can you tell that from your point of view?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, cool.
It was like it was yesterday. Burner State show. We're there hanging out, and then I see Mario, and but I haven't been introduced or anything like that. But he looks like Mike, so I'm guessing it's his brother. Mike comes up and he's like, "Oh, that's my brother Mario." I was like, "Sick," and I'm already a couple of drinks in, and then I just like try to make conversation. I was like, "So what's it like knowing that this is your future?" And I pointed at Mike, and he's like, "Oh, I'm the older brother." I was like, "Oh shit!"
By almost 6 years.
Yeah. And Mike's just like, "Dude, I'm younger."
You hurt Mike's feelings for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked that you landed the role on this show because he was still pretty bitter for a while after that.
I held on, dude. I held on tight. Oh man. It's kind of was also like doing this. It's kind of fun to be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Episode 11, we were still in vocal lessons together
Yeah.
because we were singing our Cinderella songs.
Mm-hmm. 10
Yeah.
minutes ago, man.
My mom's episode is episode 12.
She was that early on?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I remember she came in and she just shit on the fact that I didn't have any decor in my house.
Yeah. Your house has gone through some changes.
It has.
Been through
It
a
has.
And then, so we've had 3 therapists on the podcast.
Okay.
Our first one was our boy Dylan, who's episode 13, Dylan Tyag.
Mm-hmm.
He's a therapist now, has his own practice, and he was the professor that I had, who was the one who encouraged me to like do music at like I could do social work and do music.
Who also plays in a band himself.
Who's also
that rips.
Yeah, Highland.
Highland.
Yeah.
Sick.
And also, he's the guy that Alsaybar asked, "How much is too much porn?"
Oh yeah.
No. I was asking for a friend. Like, at what level does it become addiction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're asking,
No. I'm like 93% sure I fall into the casual viewing category, but I was just curious for a friend of mine,
Yeah.
Ike.
Yeah, we had some Ike and Alsaybar. We had I feel like when it starts affecting your like relationship and your work, I think the work.
you know,
With-
when you're
with
on page
anything.
76.
No, like I think with like anything, like if something like freaking something you know something that was like affecting my work was when Lost came out. Dude, no, because I'd stay up fucking late
Yeah.
watching it because I was catching up.
Yeah.
I got into Lost on like season 4.
What an era of TV.
Yeah, and this is when I had like the
TiVo?
on DVD. No, I had like the DVD.
Oh,
sets.
you did?
Oh.
Yeah, I think I was borrowing them, and I just remember it being like, this is a problem. Like I'm like, I like show up to work, I haven't like slept yet.
Dude, can you imagine doing that now, though? Like rolling into work without sleeping the night before?
I mean, I've done it.
I've definitely done it too. It's
Yeah.
like miserable now. This old age sucks.
I'd have thankfully so far not at this the newer job. 'Cause I feel like I'd be like, I need to call in for safety. But for Daily Brew, I remember because I was going to school, and I'd have like I feel like it was like once a quarter or once every semester, I'd just have a night where I just could not sleep,
Yeah.
and then I'd come into work just like.
At least you worked at a coffee shop, so you
Yeah.
could like get that artificial boost of energy for a little bit.
It's the hot espresso shot.
Yeah. Yeah, we had just a lot of fun ones here. Andrew's first episode appearance was on episode 14,
That's right.
Body Dysmorphia, which is actually a pretty good episode. We talked about the episode where we go to the Kings game. What's kind of fight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Defending the Angels' honor, which
Dude,
was like
When the dudes like slapped the lady in front of us. Do you remember that? Not only did
Oh,
you
yeah.
almost got into a fight
Yeah.
in your Angel jersey,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
who by the way is like what, second in the AL right now?
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal. Also,
First.
that catch should have been counted as an out.
Yeah.
The fan ripped out of Mike
Ripped
Trout's
it out
glove.
of Mike Trout's glove, dude.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. No, we were at the Kings game. Mike almost gets into a fight. He comes back, and then there's an older couple sitting in front of us, and they get into like a fight, and the dude like hits her, and then walks away, and we were like,
I don't remember seeing it because like I just remember you were like, "Wow, fuck that!" You were like upset.
Yeah.
I was like, "What happened?" You're like, "You fucking hit her." I was like, "What? Are you sure? What'd she say?" I was kidding.
to be fair, she was like talking shit to him pretty aggressively. But I was like, what the fuck, dude? This dude, like, it was like one of those like close quarters, like one of those little hits. Not like a full cock back and like punch, but like he's just like,
We're
"Get the
around-
fuck
we're
off
around
me."
people.
Yeah,
Enough to make you notice. Though.
yeah. But I was like, what the fuck? But he got up and walked away, and then I was like almost gonna ask, "Are you okay?" But she started getting on her phone and texting, and I was like, let me just stay out of this.
What did you say?
Yeah, what happened?
Hey, what did you say?
Yeah.
Why'd you get him so mad? Yeah, there's just a bunch of episode with my brother, but that's also where we talked about you pepper spraying.
Oh yeah,
It was an accident. Okay, we were testing to see if the pepper spray worked, and it did.
Wait, was it backwards or what was? Oh, the wind.
The
Right?
wind. Yeah, I was showing her how to use it because she was like, "I've never used this before," and I was like, "Okay, well," and it comes out, it's not like aerosol. It's like a jet of water. She's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "Look." So I like popped it. You know, you have to move it to the side, and you hit the button. And then right as I shot it, the wind picked up and it just got in both of our eyes.
Got it into the wind.
To the wind, you know?
And then, I mean, technically we've had other, like, Jeffrey's in the band. Dylan was in the band. But from the local IE Hardcore, we had Adrian.
Hell yeah. Adrian had lost his voice for that episode.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had a show the night before and blew his voice out.
Yeah.
So he was like, he muscled through it. We should get him back on.
Still came on the show, drank a Modelo. Fuck yeah.
We should get him back on now that he's fucking buff, dude.
He's ripped and he plays bass now, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Love it.
We should get bass Adrian on the show.
Just have him sitting with his bass. Just,
Sup, guys?
yeah.
Dude.
My name's Adrian. Play bass.
Is he a gearhead, I wonder?
I don't know. I'm afraid to.
I think he posted. He's like, "Yeah, you gotta get this some stupid type of pedal."
If he's not, we're gonna make him one.
He has a Kemper by the end of the episode.
There's some just funny ones about how I used to troll people in my dating my dating apps. The first time Burner State and Torture Culture played together at Punk vs. Hardcore.
Yep, that's
Episode
fun.
25. We probably should put dates on some of these.
Did we ever get on your dating apps and tell people that there were shows in town
I did that when I was on tour.
in Australia, right?
Yeah.
We should do that here. Yeah, look, you want to get back on Tinder?
It's for the band, dude.
It's for the band.
But it has to be like pictures with like crazy, like you guys in like a fucking diaper or something.
Please swipe on me. Let me tell you about.
Because that's what we want coming to our shows.
let me tell you about my punk band.
Girls.
It's a video. Would you swipe on me? I'd swipe on me.
I'd swipe on me.
Just like completely lie.
Yeah.
Like if you want to just come meet me
Come meet me here.
August, whatever. This show.
May 30th.
Yeah.
It's this chain reaction. We're actually gonna be going to the Denny's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just again, little time capsules. You built a droid.
I did.
You went to Disneyland.
I did.
The emo droid.
I believe you
Yeah,
spent
the
you spent a lot of money that day.
Spent a lot of money at Disneyland that day.
I don't know if I kind of said this earlier, but do you guys know the episode number that Jesse appeared on first? That he was the guest on. Which was also the episode where we got our
Where we sucked enough wiener and we got liquid death.
Liquid death. Thank you, Raw, forever.
Thank you forever, Roll. 19? Higher than that? 21? 25?
Jesse, you don't know you're on an episode? I thought you watched it like daily.
From guest to working on the show.
I just remember I was just like sweating because I was like in a rush to get there.
A real Cinderella story.
Yeah.
It was episode 28. Jesse was the guest.
What did we talk about in your episode?
I was defending Ty's honor because he was getting like racist comments. No, his birthday shots.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Dang, dude.
No, wait, he did get a racist comment. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
No.
All I remember, I forget why I couldn't make it to Ty's birthday, but
Oh, you were like in
I think you were
Arizona or so. Oh, you were Austin, yeah.
in Northern California, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
I just remember getting texts saying that like, if you were here, you would have beat the shit out of this guy, and I was like, what? What happened?
Claudia and Joe holding me down. I was like, you're not gonna do it.
Yeah, you guys are not gonna be able to hold me back from this guy,
Dude.
Yeah, if you're racist, fuck you.
Especially to Ty.
Especially at Ty. Ty's the sweetest person in the world. Dude, me and Ty got real hype at practice the other day.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like, we would finish playing songs and we'd be like jumping up and down like children. Yes!
just because you got through it.
Just because we got, like, because we ran the whole set and we didn't fuck up.
Oh, sick.
And we were like, yeah! And then, so here's like Steve, Ty, and I drenched in sweat, like fucking jamming, headbanging, and Ryan's perfectly dry. Just been standing in his corner, you know?
you look and it's just his fucking hands all sweaty.
Just the one hand, it's like dripping.
Just his hands are just all wet.
Or just steam coming off of it.
Dude, that's funny. Episode 34, we talk about Rolf almost fighting someone at emo night.
Oh, the chick.
Oh my god, dude! There's
You still have that clip.
I think I have the clip somewhere. That Joey had shot it. He caught it. We're on stage, and
I was on stage with
you. You see the whole thing like going down. Where like Raw goes to break it up, and Jesse jumps off stage.
Yeah. Well, you point at somebody, and I'm like trying to look at who it is, and then I see Raw, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, because I thought all of us were going to jump off stage, but I was waiting to see if anything was actually going to pop. Because I'm like on microphone, waiting to see if anything's going to pop off. It doesn't, luckily.
Yeah,
so we're fine.
He's like, go back. Go back.
That was the night that Mike found a random goblet on stage.
That's his contact picture in my phone.
we were hosting emo night, and Mike finds someone's drink.
It's like a wine glass.
It's like a wine glass, and he just like kind of
the trash.
Empties the trash. There was trash in it. He empties it out and pours his beer in it, and then he's like fucking dancing and singing these songs.
Dude, no, find someone who goes harder at emo night.
That was the time that we found out about I would say. They call it Derulos, but they're Deliriums or whatever they're called.
The what?
Delirium?
Oh, Deliriums. Yeah. Dude, that's when you guys disappeared and came back with funnel cake.
Oh yeah.
we had done emo night. We were standing outside, and you and Ty wandered off.
Was that the night that we also ended up in like a corridos fucking club?
No. That was a different night. That was a night too, though. Yeah, that was.
We left Mike by himself.
I went back on stage. I was like thinking it was like one of the.
That night, I ended up putting a fucking table and bottle on my credit card.
Fucking great.
Because they wouldn't take cash, so we had to put a card down for the bottle. So I put it down. I mean, everybody gave me money. Mm-hmm. But I was like, what am I doing with my life? I'm in a bar. They're playing corridos. There's a full banda on stage. And we just got a bottle of vodka. Like, what's happening?
Pop off.
We didn't even stay.
We had a security guard take us all the way to the front and be like, all right, you guys paying here? Or
yeah. We didn't even stay.
No.
I don't even think we finished the bottle.
I think Jake jammed out, and then we left the bottle with India.
Yeah. Yeah. What a time.
Oh, man. Around episode 36 is when we went into the era of trying... We've tried a couple things on here.
So we tried doing like
trivia.
Yeah.
The concept was funny, where it's like we do trivia, and whoever wins the other loser has to post like a funny picture,
Yeah.
which is like, we'll post those anyway.
Yeah.
It was just your long hair pictures.
Yeah.
It was like the one of Mike at the beach in sunglasses.
And
like,
jeans.
I look cool in that one. Oh man. That also night I complained about Burner State finally hearing the song that I'd submitted like 2 years before.
Yeah.
The fun night, the Voodoo Glow Skulls and Cody and Rocky show.
Oh, yeah. At the concert lounge.
Mm-hmm. Riverside remembers.
Didn't we all go in the van on that one?
Did we?
Martin came by himself though, but we met him up in like the parking lot or something.
Did we bring the van to that? I don't remember. I think we had just gotten the van.
I remember I rolled with you in the van.
That might have been that show.
And then
What a mistake that was.
Yeah. Should have not brought that fog machine.
Speaking of the van, real quick. So this weekend, or like last week, I went to go pick up a couple bikes, and I was in Marietta, and like I've had the van listed, and the offers I keep getting are like dog shit. Right? I've spent so much money on this van at this point that like the numbers that they're offering me are like almost offensive.
yeah.
So
I'll stop messaging you.
So I had a moment where I was like, well, maybe I'll just keep it. Like, I'll just keep it. I'll use it as like my gear hauler. I can do things like this where I can pick up bikes and stuff. You know what? Like, I'm just going to keep this van. And then I went to turn right out of the parking lot where I picked up the bikes, and the window again went poof and fell. And the window regulator broke. And I was like,
Why not?
son of a bitch.
That's like when you came to practice and the window's down. I was like, did you do this?
Yeah, you're like, did it break again?
You're basically like, no, I put it down.
Yeah. Well, I replaced the window regulator this weekend, so it's fixed again.
Mike's
But,
all pissed off. Duct tape.
dude, I did. I duct taped it, and then I had to like sit there for like 30 minutes with Gooby gone because all the like nasty like residue of the adhesive was on the window. Stupid man. Still love it though.
Do you guys some trivia for you guys? The first episode that Jesse came on to work.
41.
Yeah.
She said it earlier
Oh, I was like, damn.
because I was doing the math in my head. How long he's been here?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Jesse?
I did not. No.
What a special
Guys,
day.
go back and watch episode 41. Look at those real long camera shots that Jesse did.
Well, we only have the I think it was on you and then on Mike and then the wide camera.
And then the wide shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd save my ass just staying on the wide.
Yeah. Yeah. Those wide shots, though, if we didn't pan the camera correctly, you could totally see like our thighs.
Yeah.
We'd like wear short shorts and not think about it.
Especially when you guys wore your Daisy Dukes.
Yep. Like,
A lot,
Right
a
now,
lot,
dude.
of, a lot of growth, learning.
yeah, we figured some things out along the way.
Curtain on the wall.
The curtain was real bad. We're like, it'll look like a movie theater. It didn't.
It just made you guys more white.
I like lighting wise, I think we had these lights, but they weren't set.
The ones you guys used to have were like the heat lamps, but like the big old
The big old boxy
behind it.
ones.
Yeah.
But I thought by the time we moved in here, we got these.
Yeah.
But they were set really cool. Like Jordan had pointed out.
right, we
They
had
were
the
like
big old
blue.
lights.
Yeah. We had the box lights
Yeah.
for a while.
Dude, I forgot about that.
And then the cameras were on tripods.
Yep. Cameras were on tripods. Yeah, what a
What a transformation.
transformation.
We got to talk about that one rig that you set up. That was actually fucking sick.
Which one?
In the garage with the little tablet and then the little switcher on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was going to be like our travel,
Drunk from-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still have it. I still have the screen and everything.
No, that's when.
But yeah, we had like a little screen that sat right in front of the switcher so that he could just sit.
Yeah,
and
but it just looked like I was writing on a typepwriter.
You look like it's like
Stenographer.
Yeah.
Stenographer, yeah.
it's like Mr. Incredible in a car. Just like
Wasn't
this.
he on like a drum throne or something?
Yeah. So we ran out of chairs because I think I even bought extra chairs for that episode or for those episodes.
Borrow my aunt's table.
Borrowed a table. We got tablecloths.
Oh, stain.
Yeah. We were like, there was like a mess of cables all over the place.
That's when you got color-coded cables.
Yeah. And then, well, because the plan was that everything that we were going to use in the garage setup was going to go into the fields, right? So like all that like setup and everything would go into the fields on wheels, and then we could use all that gear in the van and have it be interchangeable. And then the van broke, and then the vans stayed broke for like the past year and a half. Right now,
He's about to shed a tear.
it's cool right now. Me and the van have come to an understanding right now, but it's been a long journey.
Look, you're a little fucked up. I just want to drive you.
Yeah.
Jordan and I almost died in the van.
Yeah. Yep.
We were the first ones to discover that it did not work properly.
Did you? That was like your first fight.
There's nothing. I'm trying to think. I've obviously had like a lot. Like there's been close calls in my life, close calls and traveling. Dude, getting off the freeway and hitting the brake and nothing fucking happening, and then putting my foot to the floor and nothing's happening. Like,
And then going
Yeah.
all the way back.
He's freaked out.
dude, thank God there's nobody in front of us. So we just we never even stopped. 'Cause I was like, we stopped, we're stopped.
Yeah.
We basically just cruised, and then we came to a stop sign, and then we're like, let's just keep going.
Yeah.
And then we rode it into like a
Did a
neighborhood.
California
Just
roll.
engine brake the whole way, you know. Yeah, so that was when the brake booster and the master cylinder and everything went out. And I took it to the shop. It actually sat in front of the house for months. And then we started the GoFundMe, which thank you to everybody that donated to the GoFundMe.
We tried, guys.
We tried. To be fair, all that did go into the van.
Yeah. And
Thank you.
And then some, because like I have a spreadsheet that shows what we spent. And it's got a negative number because I spent about $1,500 extra on top of it for that repair.
The first donor, Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah, she was still trying to get at Mike's nuts back then.
You're set already.
She's like, you're going to pay me back for
I was
this,
trying to
right?
become your friend, Mike.
Still didn't work.
Love me with this
I was like-
donation.
I was like, you can really get on Mike's good side if you pay for this.
Yeah. If you pay for all the repairs on the van, Mike might like
It
you.
was my idea, and then I think you guys discovered it was for me on the podcast, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
You were like, look.
It was like before we even started.
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone who donated.
Yeah.
Let's see. Episode 43, we had your brother Brian on, and we talked about your emo phase.
Yep.
We had our first Canadian guest, Aaron, came out with Ryan.
Yeah.
And we talked Grasp for Hope.
Ryan was tucked in the corner, and that was the early days of Easy Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grasp for Hope, dude.
Grasp for Hope. GFH, dude.
That's when I found out that I was a dick to Ryan when I first met him.
To be fair, you're kind of a dick to everybody the first time you meet him.
Well, it's because he said hi to me and I just walked away. I didn't hear him because the music was playing.
He's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And you're like,
We loved it. I respect that. We had just a random episode where we had, it was before we did the Pacific Northwest. So we had Clay City.
"Oh, that was like a 0.5 episode, right?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Did we get all of them on a group chat?
I think it was just the singers.
No, because remember, weren't all of no, it was Craig just by himself, but then Clay City, they had just finished rehearsal, so they were all in that little box, right?
Yeah, I think so. Dang.
just different laptops and phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much going on.
I couldn't remember. I think it was a Creative Void album, but in one of our episodes, we went back and we read an old review for. I think it was Creative Void.
This is an Amazon review. No, it's for No Bragging Rights.
Was it
Yeah.
an Amazon review?
Yeah. I think Mike found it and he was like, dude, check this out.
Okay.
Sick.
I put Creative Void. Actually, speaking of, I saw a video that No Bragging Rights was tagged in, and it's a video of us playing at Chain in 2009, and I'm wearing a Creative Void t-shirt.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Which
Perez
one?
start?
The tiger one or
No,
the zombie?
Zombie.
Yeah.
One. Dude, we opened with setting the tone.
Fuck.
Dude, we gotta bring that intro back.
That's sick.
Also, Creative Void released False Idols cover
On the
this.
on the pocket. Well, I mean that
Oh yeah.
that cover had been out. It was just a hidden track on the actual record. I had actually talked to Jake about putting it on Spotify, but nobody can find like the original WAV file for it. Like we only have MP3 files. So I guess I could probably pull it off that record on the wall, huh? No, it's I don't know.
Dude, you
I
probably
might be
can.
able to.
Fuck. Dude, I don't have any of my acoustic stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't there like if you look up Mike Perez, isn't there also a Peruvian guy who shares an account with you on Spotify?
I don't know if he's Peruvian,
I
but
think he's Peruvian.
he might be. Yeah.
Now the suggestion is this him? Oh, but definitely.
Yes.
This kind of, I felt like we had Ryan Foss more recent, but we had him on episode 51.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Foss fastball.
It's because you heard me listening to the episode recently.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Daniel Rinaldi, we had him on as our therapist number 2
Yep.
/ also in a band.
Bedlight for Blue Eyes, dude.
And then this one's funny. We had episode 55 with Chris Ballard. Take 2, basically.
Oh yeah, the first one. What happened with the first
Jesse
one?
talked the whole time.
Oh, that's right.
It was just like us.
And he didn't have a microphone.
He didn't have a microphone.
Yeah.
And so it'd just be silent, and us just like the camera just on us, and we're just like,
It's because Jesse and Chris were like homies,
Yeah.
and they were just going off on
he's
stories.
excited. We get it.
Yeah.
We get it. Jesse.
He loves me.
Yes. I felt bad. I was like, reached out to him, and I was like, yeah. I was like, we're coming out this weekend. Like, we'll meet up, and then like, I realized like we were gonna just be coming. I was like, hey, Chris, next weekend.
Next weekend.
This apparently we had an episode about I think this is when I was talking about how my dog used to like just destroy cats and possums.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right.
Nature is metal.
That was the if you can fight an animal UFC style, who would you do? That was like a giraffe.
Episode 59 is when the beginning, I think, of the Taco Bell Del Taco beef with Share the Backline.
Where
And
do
then
you guys stand?
Us
Yeah.
with the clear winner, Taco Bell.
forever, dude.
Yeah.
Forever.
Matter of fact, that just made me want Taco Bell after the episode.
And I think that's also when the first time we talked about Fields on Wheels. Maybe as a concept.
No, because
Or did we have it already?
I think we had it already. I think we didn't want to talk about it until we like made it a thing, because we didn't want to put our idea out in the world.
You had it before the shed?
Hmm?
You guys had the Fields on Wheels before the shed?
Well, if we drove it to the Voodoo show, we had to have.
True.
Oh, yeah.
This was after the. Where you are is after when you were in this space, though.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we had it. Maybe this was like we had the Fields, but this was more of a
Let's talk about what we're gonna do.
how we're going to,
Yeah.
you get a converter and all kinds of stuff.
Silent generators.
Dude, this one, so jumping ahead, cause like about I put it up on our story about like any guests or episodes or just moments that stand out. One of the guests to me that stands out, and I think it's because I was so surprised, was having Steve Easton.
Yeah.
Cause like it was cool that he's a drag racer, but I remember just being like so blown away at like how he was so like open, but also just like had done a lot with like his mental health.
Yeah.
And like I just remember being like super inspired. Not that he's not like, if I understand, I knew him from the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And he comes in and he's just like, he's just like loud and funny, and
his possum video still haunts me to this day.
That is the worst.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe he's from Australia. Like,
There's some creatures.
there's a
Drop bears?
platypus that has like a duck, and it's like it looks fake. And then they have the craziest animals there. But an Australian saw a possum with the babies on it, holding onto it. And it like walks to his garage, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?" Like he was freaking out. In Australia.
Arnar.
Yeah. Dude. Really quick, I guess, put you guys on the spot. Do you guys have a guest that sticks out for whatever reason?
Big Brian.
Brian?
Big Brian.
Yeah.
That, you know what? Yeah, that was a really cool episode because that was like a history lesson.
Oh yeah.
That's Brian's episode is always the one that I tell people when they ask me, like if I'm booking guests, right? Yeah. They'll go, well, what are we going to talk about? And I go, dude, whatever we want.
Yeah.
I was like, because if you go back, listen to Big Brian's episode from Shabalba, like that was just a history lesson, dude. Like, and it was rad.
Yeah. I still like on the clips on Instagram, Big Brian's still defending like all his like everything that he knows about, like with everybody there.
It's rad.
I love that he said, which made me feel good about not being able to speak Spanish well.
Yeah.
But he's like, that's not Spanish. That's Spaniard. That's European stuff or whatever.
That's slavery language.
Yeah. What about you, Michael?
Oh, man, I don't know. It's tough. We've had so many cool people on the show. I really liked Brian's episode. You're my neighbors. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Actually, I really did like David from Smoke's episode. Yeah. Strictly because like he came on, like we had never really met him before, other than like in passing maybe, and the fact that he was just so open about everything was tight.
And that he was like nervous to get on.
Yeah.
I was like, "What? You're nervous?" But...
Even like Tyke's episode, or
yeah, his episode was cool too.
Yeah. Or even recently, Billy's episode.
Yeah. Billy's episode was great.
Yeah.
I should get more rappers on the show.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of, I think it's in here too. When we had MGM Measures.
Yeah.
Do you know something random that happened on that episode?
Your dog, my shoe.
Yep.
One of the first people to step in shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And brought it into the studio.
I did that.
Good air freshener.
I just remember sitting there going like, something stinks. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna like call anybody out on it. I don't know if somebody just didn't shower.
I think he said it. He's like, I think I stepped in shit.
And it was like he was wearing like his Yeezys, and I was like, "Fuck!" Dude, that set a trend that Mike later followed and stepped in shit multiple times.
And then that's how we got the walking blind bathroom key.
Yeah, the walking blind bathroom key. The backyard has had significant renovations since then.
There's concrete now.
And like you can stand on the edge of concrete and piss into a drain now, rather than like lumbering through the yard.
Have you seen those setups where they actually have a urinal outside of like the portable ones?
Yeah, I thought about that. Then I was like, it's too much.
Just screams redneck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just...
That's sick. We had, oh no, I just lost it. Where'd it go? Noah's episode was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sharks.
Getting his perspective. Yeah, talking about the shark.
Ketchup Daddy.
Stupid little cage.
Dude.
The plexiglass cage.
Yeah. Just, I can't believe it broke.
Fuck that, dude.
Or when we talked about, I think it was Nature's Meadow, about the walruses. Jumping off.
They were just jumping off.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Dude, that's so fucked to this day. Like, I'm like, oh my God.
It's the intense nature documentaries when like the seal's popping out and then the polar bear's running towards them.
Yeah.
Dude. But that particular walrus one, like they captured in slow motion, like these walruses just jumping. It's like the scene from The Other Guys. Aim for the bushes.
Yeah, it's like,
They
where-
just
where did they
fucking jump, and then in slow motion you see them like like hitting the rocks. I was like, oh god.
Dude, I'll make
Speaking
a
of the
clip.
guys. There's one of the intros of our episode. I don't know which one it was, but I sing the Irish bar.
Oh yeah.
Jesse's like, "What the hell was that?"
I love that. Wait, had you not seen The Other Guys?
No, I have, but I didn't remember that part.
Oh, this is one of the best parts.
Would you say it's a song?
Gave my love to Sharon. Is it Aaron?
Aaron.
I always say Sharon.
It's to be true. Dude, MVR used to just bust that out on drives. We all had our harmonies, and it was beautiful.
Dude, just like for the longest time, we also used to all bust out Anchorman. Gonna find my baby. And dudes would come out of the other room to hit the harmony. Thinking of his working at my appetite.
Oh yeah. We had Andrew from Share the Backline. We had I came up with a derogatory term for people who like Del Taco on Justin
Code names.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Call them dildos. Proud of that.
Shout out to Justin for rocking the Easy Out shirt at their last show.
Oh, was he?
Yep.
Dude.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
It was laundry day.
Still looks sick. You know that combination, the CA hat and the Easy Out shirt?
Jesse went to the AFI show.
Oh yeah.
With Gabe.
Sing the Sorrow.
Who? No. I went to with Joe.
Oh.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, wait. No, it was Misfits that you went with Gabe.
Yeah, to No
Yeah.
Values.
You went to see a Fire Inside, dude?
A fire inside.
Fire Inside, bro.
Just so I can scream. "About it."
I just sang up. Is Girl Not Grey on that album?
I think,
No.
but I think they still played it. I don't think
it's
so.
Not.
It's not.
It's not. So there's stuff. It's funny because there's other stuff we talked about, but as she's telling me, I'm just like, no, that's like episode 68 and 69. We talked about other things, but those shows are known as Martin filling in for Stick to Your Guns. Like we all, I feel like it's like watching one of your like a high school buddy get called up to the big leagues, and I feel like we all had a hand in that, you know.
Yeah.
We all made it that night.
Yeah.
How many times has Martin been on the show?
Oh, I didn't. I thought about
Well, if you count the first 2 to 4 episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 4. And then he came on
For the no bragging rights.
for No Bragging Rights. And he came on for Desmadre
And then after the Spokane tour.
after the Spokane tour.
Oh, yeah.
There was an episode where he sat on the floor.
Yeah, that was when Aaron was
The
here.
episode when he talks about the 60
Yeah,
gun
the
show.
Gun show. Man, so he holds the record.
Yeah, I think after he played a show with First Impulse too.
Oh yeah, we did actually. Pretty sure.
We just started like putting him as like the band that he was playing that
Yeah,
week.
so
with.
between 7 and 10 times.
Our first Australian guest, we had our boy Damon from Proposal.
That's right.
You know, you're just trying to count Steve.
Dude, and then our episode 71 was it's called Delirious Decade of Cycles, and that's where we talked about that weekend and just how we didn't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks Dave. Thanks Dave.
Oh,
which Dave?
Just Dave.
our buddy Dave, just Dave.
Just Dave.
AirPods saved me.
I thought they didn't even work.
They helped a lot.
They muffled it.
Yeah, because you'd put the noise canceling on, and you'd only hear half of his like.
Yeah, Steve was fucking wake.
That's fucking sleep apnea, dog. It's not just snoring. It's sleep apnea. Like,
Wait, why didn't I have earplugs?
oh,
Probably forgot them or something.
I thought you had your AirPods.
Oh, no, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That was the only reason why you got like some hours of sleep, I think.
I don't think I got any sleep.
It felt like we didn't get sleep because we stayed up until like 4 a.m. in Vegas. And then we were in the van. We dropped the dudes off at the airport. Then we parked and we slept in the van while Dave was snoring. So we got like little bits here and there.
Yeah. I just remember driving back and like almost killed us because like I was trying to eat my ice cream while I was driving.
That's right.
You're like, I had a fat
Dude,
moment.
that custard place.
Dude, that place is so good.
It's so good. Fuck, what's that place called?
Was it in Vegas?
Eddie? No, not
No, it's like
Eddie's.
it's already in California, but it's
Frankie's?
I don't know.
Frank's?
Frank's frozen
Something like
custard.
that. I think so. Some,
They had burgers and stuff too, but like the ice cream is where it's at.
Before I continue on, do you guys have? We're talking about moments, but do you guys have any just random moments that stick out when you think about the podcast?
Yeah.
Which one, Jesse?
The one where Martin sends in the question about what do you do first when you shower?
And we answered it for reals. We answered it for reals.
It became a full debate.
Yeah. There's a moment where you're like, I can't believe I'm fucking answering this shit.
Well, I saw this come up the other day too. Somebody asked, when you stand in the shower, do you face the water or you put your back to it?
What does it mean if you face it?
Like,
When you get in the shower.
You're stretching.
yeah,
Well, I mean, I'm also
Wait,
turning.
what?
airing out all my.
You stretch in the shower?
Yeah, dude. You don't.
Drop
Yeah, I
the
don't
soap
stretch in the
mic.
shower.
You mean like you touch your toes type deal?
I stretch on my back. You know? Stretch on my arms.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sore when I get out. When I'm.
Oh, it's like because of the hot water. Oh, okay, got you.
Manual labor boy.
Yeah.
But wait. Okay, so when you get in the shower, turn the shower on, you hop in, right? Do you stand in the shower with your front facing the water or your back?
I think my back.
I do too.
Yeah.
But some people face the water, and that feels blasphemous to me. You just stand there and let the water hit your chest.
Or maybe there's. Yeah.
Like I'll turn around to like wash my hair and stuff like that, but then the default setting is hitting your back.
Do you guys take your phone in with you?
Yes. Ever since these bad boys became waterproof,
Yeah.
set it right there. Put some music on. Just screaming in the background. Like that.
Dude. Oh, I'm trying to think of what.
My stomach was doing deathcore vocals when Brian was here.
Oh, that's right. Couldn't tell if you were hungry or if you had diarrhea. You're like, the answer is both.
Yeah. Taco Bell.
You remember the episodes we used to do when we would eat first?
Yeah, that was a dangerous game.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was
I think we did that like 4 times, but we would go to like Taco Bell or like BJ's or something.
Or we would order pizzas and we would
Yeah.
smash pizza before we would try to do the episodes.
just breathing.
It just heavy breathing and wet mouth. Like
I'm just uncomfortable.
The ones that suck is when we order food and we're waiting for it to get here. We're all starving.
ugh.
You know, we can say this now, but we used to put a little something in our drinks at the beginning.
Yep.
Just because
Loosen us up.
Loosen up.
Yeah.
Especially the episodes where we got the tequila bottle with Brian and then the
It's still there.
the black label.
The black label's gone, but the
Yeah.
tequila's still there.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
Yeah.
Come a long way. We episode 72. We had Sean Mott,
Shout
Ghost
out Sean.
Ship, MBR.
By the way, you guys ambushed me with that episode because, well, the one that we were filming for him, because I didn't even know what we were doing. He just starts going quick into his intro. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, that's right, because we filmed
We feel medical.
Intro afterwards.
with him and then us.
Well, also, we filmed Metalcore Nerds here in the studio, and then we ran out of time and we couldn't do our podcast.
So it was a Zoom call.
So then we did a Zoom call for our episode with him.
Oh, that's right.
But we did our podcast in his format through Zoom, and then we did his podcast right here on the couch.
Totally not completely off subject, but so he writes for Collider.
Yep.
And I think Collider is one of the companies that's being outed for not paying, overworking and underpaying their writers. Because like if you see like most sites, they will just say like they'll put out articles, hey, the top 10 movies of this actor, or little things, right? And it was something like other like movie news or entertainment news channels would have like 5 for the day, or they'd have like one of them had like 10 or being close to 10. How many do you think Collider had? I think it was Collider. I'm pretty sure it was
25.
They had almost 200.
Fuck. Holy
Something
shit.
insane. So for them to, sorry Sean, I'm getting this completely wrong, but it was something like, that's why like they had it under. They're underpaying them because I forget what it is, like what the math turns out to be for their writers to put out like an insane amount of articles like a day, and the compensation was like nothing. And so they're like,
well, hopefully they fixed that by now.
Yeah, it's like pretty recent, the thing that came out. I need to look. I'm pretty sure it's Collider.
Sean, I hope you're getting paid what
Sean.
you deserve.
He's like, I just got my benefits.
Because you deserve it, dude.
Love that dude.
Also, if you ever can't play a show, I'm going to fill in for you on bass.
Episode 74. Airing out our differences.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. So what?
It's when I realized that
The last nail in the coffin.
it's when I realized that my life was going to change forever. I was like, you didn't even remember that girl.
Like, what girl was this? Is that in L.A.?
Ube ice cream.
Ube.
And you guys were eating Filipino shit? The fuck?
In remembrance of you.
R.I.P. to my friendship. Let's eat some ube ice cream.
She's like trying to get all the Filipino out.
She's like, do you like lumpia? Do you like lumpia Shanghai? We still haven't worked out our differences.
No.
They're still going.
They're going to couple therapy and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy we watched together.
Mm-hmm.
I went on a cruise, and I'm pretty sure we didn't use. Did we use that episode?
No,
We didn't, huh?
no.
Could I
That's why I was
tried?
cruising with Wi-Fi. He
Yeah.
talks about how you paid for the Wi, like you didn't pay for Wi-Fi, and you're like, yes, I did. I talked to Jordan all the time.
Yeah.
He didn't
The
pay for
Wi-Fi just
Wi-Fi.
didn't work.
He didn't pay for
recording.
Wi-Fi. He didn't pay for Wi-Fi. There's no way. He was like,
Yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad.
why are you wearing a suit? What's happening?
Dude, I remember. Was it on our
Do you
honeymoon?
remember?
No, it couldn't have been our honeymoon. Never mind. I remember I wrote "Get Off My Lawn" when I was on that cruise.
On the cruise?
Yeah.
Wasn't it your
What
parents'
band?
anniversary or something like that?
Yeah, something.
Get off
Oh,
my
not
lawn.
an-
It's such a family birthday.
Oh, I think it was my uncle's birthday.
It's like Mother's Day when I left. But I met you guys the day before. I met Mike the day before.
That's right. What a special
Martin.
moment.
Yeah, we went to the swap meet,
Yep.
and then we went to Lee's, right?
The sandwich place.
Yeah.
What a fun day.
I was like, look at her. She's my nemesis for life. I never thought my arch enemy would wear yellow Ray-Bans and have a fanny pack, but here we are.
I wore a bright yellow shirt that day.
Yeah,
So
you're
one
right.
fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish
No,
shirt.
one fish, two fish, red fish, the chariot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
chariot.
Oh, maybe a little more respectful, I thought it was just some Dr. Seuss bullshit going on. Racist!
We think that episode 77 is the introduction of the Walking Blind playlist.
Okay.
We started doing that.
Spotify playlist on it.
We had a new Metal Boys episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who do we have? No, I don't think we had anyone on
There
that.
wasn't a guess. Yeah.
There wasn't a guess. We were just talking about like corn and stuff, right?
Sleep Token too.
We still don't know who those dudes are.
No.
Sleep Token. Dang,
Dude, but
impressive.
if you listen to a new song, he talks about like everybody trying to like find out who he is.
Caramel?
Yeah, he's like, I guess that's what I get for trying to live live in the limelight. Everybody keeps on trying to get a rise out of me, saying my real name or something like that. Yeah.
His real name is Caramel.
No. It's just it was just like a verse that he did in there. Yeah.
Mike's takeaway.
Yeah.
Caramel?
Yeah. He's a
My
saxophone?
favorite coffee
Yeah.
flavor.
Oh, do you know who played saxophone on that song?
The chick from Bill Murray, right?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
We had not our first female on the show, because it was my mom, but Jules, God Awful, came on, episode 79. We had David Lyon. Davey and talking about his
Taco Bell weight loss.
Taco
Dude.
Bell. Dude.
Dude, he went on to be on that
Jared Dines thing.
yeah, that Jared Dines Musician's Mansion.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, he did like a web series. Shredding.
Sick.
It was kind of like an island. The what do they do? The competition, right?
Naked and Afraid.
Or like, yeah, sure.
Love Island.
Yeah.
Love on the Spectrum.
Love on the Spectrum.
Survivor. That's what I was trying to think of.
And then we had an episode where we talked with Brian, O'Brien, sorry.
O'Brien. Share the back line.
Mm-hmm. And Jesse had gone on their podcast.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
We still haven't gone.
I don't even think they've been doing the podcast.
Well, I mean, yeah,
lately.
they haven't, but I wonder if they're coming back.
Yeah, they're writing right now.
I just
They're
think.
writing the podcast.
No, I'm saying like when a band says they're writing.
Yeah. And then we had our first episode. It took 82 episodes to get Gabe.
Yeah, I don't know why we waited that long.
So I get him back to actually talk about
Was he
Garson.
busy?
Huh?
Was he busy?
I don't know. You know what? Like, I think that we just didn't really leverage the fact that we knew a ton of people.
Yeah.
And then after,
We also didn't think people wanted to come on the show.
yeah, I think that was the big thing in the beginning. Is like, we're like, nobody wants to come and sit and talk with us for a little bit. I still don't think they do, but you know.
But like after like the Dave episode from Smoke 909, that's when everybody started coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we had Daniel McCartney came on.
Yeah.
That was sick. Our boy Chris Williams.
The Daniel McCartney episode, I just remember he recorded the episode on his cell phone, and he kept getting texts.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Daniel, put your shit on silent. Daniel, fucking put your shit on silent.
I think I didn't know that he was from Gideon for like halfway.
Yeah. And then like at some point in the episode, he's like, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Can you hear that? And I'm just like,
Sure can.
yeah, sure can.
It's fine. Martin makes another appearance. And we talked about that. I think that episode is when we probably talked about the stick band that didn't last long.
First Impulse.
First Impulse. That's when I went to go see No Effects in Tacoma.
Coma.
Tacoma.
We had our boy Michael Hora, the K-pop, where we named him the K-pop
The
Viking.
K-pop Viking.
Hope you're doing good in New York.
And then when I was gone on tour, can you guys name all the guests we had?
Oh, the guest hosts?
Yep.
We had Ty.
Andrew,
We had Andrew.
Raw.
Raw. Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Who
it?
was the fifth one?
There were 5 weeks.
It was Mike. Wasn't it
Ooh.
Mike?
One more. Dallas.
Oh, yeah! That's right.
Just got all the semen jokes.
All the semen jokes, dude.
We're talking about his snake.
I want to bring Dallas back because now that he's officially out of the Navy, he can talk about everything.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And like all the shit that he went through with his mental health. Fucking wild, dog.
Dude.
With that,
I said,
helping you with the van.
Yeah.
I gotta
Shout out Dallas. He's helped me so much with the van.
I gotta find our little exchange, but I found something funny with like sailors and like. So he, like, I forget what he wrote back. Something in the spirit of "fuck you." Oh man. Dang, dude. Episode 92. I came back. Turned 40. Dude, Rick. So episode 95. We had Rick.
Yeah.
Handsome Rick. And for me, that episode, I was saying, like, that's like
It's one of the hardest episodes we've done because
it's like, what can you say? What can't you say? You know so much.
That one and Williams.
there's so many
Williams, too.
stories.
Williams is the hard one, too, because it's like, I don't want to say this because this will incriminate the both of us.
Oh man. Yeah, Rick's episode, Williams' episode, both of those were kind of like, oh man, what's public information and what's not?
Yeah.
Because we've all been in the trenches together. So
You're like, can't say that. Can't say that.
Yeah. I'm like, and like a lot, like part of it, like for Rick's, I was just like, how? Tessa can't stay mad about that.
No, dude, I think that there was a moment where he was. I think one of you guys said, "I don't know if Tessa knows this." He's like, "Dude, I think she knows everything already." He's like, "No, I don't think you know about this."
Yeah. Dude, and then Jolka, we had Jolka on.
hell yeah.
Missed that guy.
Where is Jolka?
He's around. I think he's still cutting hair and I think traveling.
I think at that time he went to Japan at that time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so we got back from Japan. Episode 99, fittingly, we had David Price, Smoke 909.
Mm-hmm.
We had my dad on for episode 100.
That's right.
It's crazy. That's 50 episodes ago. And then we had our third therapist on the podcast, Jasmine. And you guys realized you guys knew each other.
Well, we realized that her, like, she was like really close friends with my little cousin.
Yeah.
Philip, right?
Nathan.
Oh, Nathan.
Just sing together. The Ghost Inside show where Mike just went off in merch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mollywopped that merch table.
He's
This
like,
guy's got skills.
he summoned his time with Atticus on Warped Tour.
Dude, I just remember somebody said like we have a number to hit, and I was like, say less.
Tron, I think.
Dude, I was slinging sweatpants. There were only like 3 pairs of those sweatpants. I was like slinging these shorts.
Yeah.
These shorts.
Just telling everybody your girl will look good in these.
We had Cam and Dave from Coldview. David Pierce from Cease Fire, which we'll probably getting him back.
For the Out of Chaos.
Out of Chaos.
Dude, shout out to Davey and his new baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and Kim Frank is still.
No, I think they're home now.
I think she's
Yeah.
out the
Yeah.
like
She's
the
home.
worst
Awesome.
part. Yeah.
Awesome.
It was a little roller coaster ride there. Yeah. But
Episode 105, we got a puppy.
I did get a puppy.
Harley.
What a fucking nightmare.
Dude, she's like chill now though.
She's starting to finally chill out. But it has been a mission, man. And she's still got so much more training that needs to be done, but she's starting to get better. Yeah. I'm hoping that like now that she just finished her first heat, like over the weekend of Sylvia's party, she was finishing her first heat. And then so I need to schedule time to get her spayed, and then once that's all done, see how her temperament is and see if I need to do like additional like boarding training for her. Because I want her to be able to like go places with me, and you know she's such like a beautiful dog. You know, and people always like, "Oh, I want to pet your dog." And I'm like, "She's a fucking psychopath. Don't come near her. Don't do it."
No, she's sweet.
Can I pet your dog?
Yeah.
I just remember, like, I'm happy that, you know, got the love when she was a puppy.
Yeah.
Just remember me.
I remember it was bad when Jason got here.
Oh, I felt so bad, dude.
Thank
Oh.
God, he's like
A dog person.
lover.
Oh. I thought I was like, this is it.
Except for a lawsuit.
Game over.
Dude, okay, so just because we have questions, so I'm gonna just read down this list, and you guys on reading think of like if there's anything that pops up from any of the episodes.
All right, let's
But
go.
and I'm gonna go ahead and just thank you for everyone who was on. We had Russ and Chris from Jackknife.
Hell yeah.
We had basically all of 97 minutes. We had Martin again, but this time for Desmadre.
we had 97% of 97 minutes.
Yeah. We had our man crush Alex from
Yep.
Destruction of a King. We had Tyke.
Mm-hmm.
We had Adrian from Zebrahead.
Hell yeah.
We had our boy Jason from Pit Cam Vids. You put Kiss Cam.
Kiss Cam Vids.
Kiss
Yeah.
Cam. That's right.
Yeah. Same shit.
Oh, that's funny. We had Frank from Monk.
Yep.
Dude,
Got his post.
Hit Jesse's
That-
shot. There you go.
that was actually I think his episode was a sneaky, funny episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
It's like chill dude and
Zen
he starts
is-
talking about hockey.
We started talking about like violence. And
Dick Coach's Corner.
oh, that's funny. And then we had Jason from To Die For.
Yep.
So again, thank you for not suing us.
Yeah. Thank you for loving Harley for all her flaws.
Yeah. We had Victor for Mosh for Youth.
True.
Sick.
Big Brian, Zabalba, and Zapatli.
Also, Mosh for Youth, May 10th.
Mosh for Youth, May 10th.
Yep. Also, Victor from Barrio Slam. You know, however you want to promote that.
Dude. And then we had Steve from 197 Media.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Steve.
Which in 47 more episodes, we're bringing you back.
That's when
yeah.
Beardy covered for me.
46, 47, 40. You know.
Yeah. And dude, and you know, the MVR video, if you could just, if you could send that over, it'd be rad. Dude, Angel from Muerta Buena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's a cool dude. What about Kelly Cairns?
Shout out Kelly. Immediately when Sleep Token dropped all their tickets, I was like, how many tickets did you get?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm only going to LA, but my wife's going to like all the West Coast.
Oh shit, dude. Ty came on to guest host. Brandon from Slumped, Victor from Low Sight, Brandon and Nick from 92, Mike and Avi from Iron Rule, Jabril and Cole from Shiva and 92, Brandon Perez from Condor, David from 97 and Flesh Forest, Sean from Differences.
Yeah.
Brought Gabe back for part 2.
Still didn't even scratch
Yeah, I
the
know.
surface of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I think we can get him on at least for another 2 more.
Yeah.
Tony and Brett from Dysoectomy. Manny from Super Mega Deluxe and Dream Racer.
Mm-hmm.
Greg,
And Noble Savage Cinema.
yeah,
And just shooting dope photos as well.
and just so sorry for putting you under the hot lights.
Yeah, my bad. For some reason we didn't run the AC as heavy because somebody complained they were cold in the last episode.
Yeah, so we just yeah.
Oh, I thought you were looking at me.
I don't remember why we didn't crank it. Like normally we have it set to like 72.
Yeah.
And for some reason we didn't.
We're cooking him.
Yeah. Sorry, Manny.
Greg and Jesse from A Moment's Notice.
Hell yeah.
Matt
That's
and
when
Donovan.
that's when Greg was like, "Yeah, I mean, you sold me on those NBR shorts and they weren't even my size." We had numbers to hit.
But what a G for supporting.
Yeah.
Matt and Donovan from Ritual of Despair. David and Rodrigo from Smoke 909.
Matt cut his hair, by the way.
Did he?
They just got on the show with Alsaybar Perez too, right?
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
He cut his hair. He's got a little buzz.
Does it
going
come
on.
over right?
No, I think it's even shorter than that. It's like buzz, and I think he had it like blue with leopard
Oh.
print shit in his hair.
I wonder if he like donated his hair.
Handsome as fuck, man.
I want to see.
Handsome as fuck.
I want to see. Jared from Chlorine.
Yeah.
Jesse, our first UK guest. Jesse from Dream State. Jay from Reminiscence.
Hell yeah.
Maddie from Mark of the Altar. Also new
Twice.
father.
New father. Oh, we did his episode twice. Because the first one went off the rails and we had to redo it.
Right.
We're at 153.
Yeah, it was like 153, 154.
Tell you, 200.
Yeah, you know. We had Rhythm from Ain't Shit.
Hell yeah.
Steven from Desmadre. Peter, Dreaming of a Day. And then Billy from Destruction of a King.
Yep.
Dang.
Was it? Billy was the last episode?
He was the last of guests.
Of guest episodes. Okay. Damn.
But-
We've had some bangers, dude.
Yeah, anything jump out from that?
I mean,
I'll say mine. I remember it was like, for being probably one of the heaviest bands we've had on, Ritual of Despair.
Total Sweetheart.
Matt and Donovan, Total Sweetheart.
Yeah.
It's just like, it was such a cool episode because like, you hear their friendship from like before they like were ever in a band. And it's just like they both don't play instruments, so they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we'll just both be the singer." Like, it's like I just love how it's like I was like, I love you guys' friendship.
yeah. We still need to have one more 9 Deuce episode and have the bass player
Oh,
come
that's
on,
right,
because
yeah.
we've had a couple 9 Deuce episodes and he's the only one that hasn't made it yet. And we also need to have Brian from 97 Minutes come on.
Oh yeah,
And because he was the only one that didn't make it on the last one. You get your own episode, Brian.
yeah. I think that's why he was holding out. Anyway.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll let them have their.
Talk about playing guitar in multiple bands and talk Badmouth. He's in Badmouth. Running his own business, Old Soul Barbershop. You know, we talk all that. Come on the show, bro.
Jesse, you have any standouts from any of those long lists? It's a lot.
Yeah, I remember. Sorry, I forgot your name. From Differences,
Sean
from Differences pointing out Mike's intros, and ever since then, Mike has not done an intro.
That's not true. That's not true. I have done intros, but we've been putting it on Mike so that he can
grow.
grow.
But he's already
right?
broken out of it.
Listen,
I know.
what's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast.
Dude, Sean's was fun. I remember I was like going through to like listen to clips,
Yeah.
and I ended up listening to the whole fucking episode. I was like, wait,
Dude, his fucking joke at the end.
dude,
His joke at the end.
what a troll. That was
Man.
good. Got it.
Also, Joka's episode where he's just roasting Mike the whole time.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh
I
man,
don't remember what he said.
dude, you know who we need to have on the show? Jeezy,
Dude, yes.
but it needs to be in person.
yeah.
Whenever he's in town, he needs to be in person. He actually hit me up the other day about the bootleg Power Trip hat that I found, and he was like, "Dude, where'd you find that?" I was like, "This gas station by our lockout," and he's like, "Really?" He's like, "Send me one." I was like, "I think there's one left. I'll go back and check." I didn't have time to go back and check, but I'll check this week when we go to practice.
Jeezy would be funny. A little nervous.
A little nervous.
little nervous.
Dude, do you remember the Halloween party that we all went to and Jeezy was with us in Orange County with like Heather's house? And Jeezy was fighting with one of the mannequins.
I don't remember.
He was like, it was a joke, but like there was like a Jason Voorhees like mannequin statue or whatever, and he's like, "What's up, fool? What's up, fool?" And then he fucking smokes. And Heather got so mad at us. She kicked us out. She kicked us out of her party.
Heather, dude. What the fuck?
What the fuck, man?
I don't remember that. That's funny.
It was good times.
Oh man. I want to bring Jeezy on. And maybe have Martin here.
That's a multi-episode series right there.
Dude,
But we'd also probably get in so much trouble.
Yeah, dude. I remember we were in the grocery store, and I don't know. We're looking at just to get snacks, and then Martin goes over to he just goes over to buy Jeezy to see what he's shopping, and Jeezy goes, "No, stop it! Get away from me, you pervert!"
Oh man. Talk about how the El Pollo Loco caught on fire when you guys were in line.
He's like, this place is on fire. I was like, no, it just smells like that. Like that's how they do it. They grill their chickens. This is why this place is awesome. He's like, no, dude. He's like, well, I think this place is on fire. I was like, no, it's just like that's how it smells. And then I kind of was
it's rotisserie chicken, dude.
I was like, that is kind of weird. And then all of a sudden you see little ash things falling on the car. And then the cars in front of us just take off. And then someone at the window just like, go, it's on fire, go! Dude. And then we got out of the parking lot, and then, fire coming up the building. And we were like, wait, does that mean we're not getting our food?
Yeah.
They've had to have had this happen before.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, we got some questions.
Let's go. Question time.
All right. Our boy Mike O'Hora, the K-pop Viking.
Oh.
He said, "Why was I your favorite guest?"
Well, first of all, because you were also named Mike.
Yep. I was gonna say that.
Second of all, you're way bigger than us, so we talk to you like this the whole episode. You're just a handsome dude all around.
Handsome dude.
Yeah.
Fun, funny.
And plus, when you deal with dudes that are just tough all the time, it's nice to have somebody that's into girly K-pop stuff.
Yeah. I like how I just made us feel safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I noticed you still haven't changed your name to the K-pop Viking though on YouTube.
ooh,
Something that you got to do there.
new channel.
New channel.
Did he's going to
KPV.
Korea to teach.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Teach what?
English as a second language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in the works right now. So.
No.
I know.
No.
I know.
No.
I'm not.
It's just see, when you get mad, you say, fuck!
Just
Stop it.
all right. Silent Majority says, "Hi, I love you."
Mike Monterone. Love you, Mike.
Dead by Dawn. The 150 episodes. I'm proud of you. Remember, you never bring a condom to a bukkake fight. That took me on a journey.
Okay, so that's my homie Daniel. Him and I did a podcast years ago called The Robot Lab. You met him at Comic-Con. Yeah. I love you.
And we've been to his house.
No, different Daniel.
Oh.
Different Daniel. This is one of the dudes. Daniel, Larry, Joey was on the show too. We did the pop culture one. You're talking about Alan.
Mm.
Yeah, Alan. We went to his house in Arizona. What?
That took me on a journey, man. I was like, oh, thank you. 50 episodes. All right. Low Sight, the band, sends, "Thank you for being amazing at what you guys do. This podcast has helped me so much." Very welcome.
We love you guys.
Also said, "When are you having me back?"
Who?
I'm guessing this is probably Victor.
Victor. Let's talk, Victor. Let's work out this Walking Blind show. Show, not fest yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta work our way.
We're gonna work our way up to the fest,
Yeah.
but
He said, "Any Spidey moment is an amazing moment. I was dying on his solo episode with Mike." Dude, gotta have just an episode of just Thai questions.
oh, we're planning on it.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
We're planning on it. That's actually what we're doing next week. We're making Ty answer his own questions.
Dude.
We were at practice the other night, and I was like, Ty, I compiled pretty much all the questions you've asked for the past 50 episodes, and he's like, I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah.
You should
Probably
be.
forgotten whether
You should be.
Yeah. He said, How has starting the podcast changed your perspective on your everyday lives?"
Aren't you that guy from the podcast? What? No.
Change perspective on everyday life.
So I kind of got to think about this, like the other day when I was making that post. Like something I think the podcast has been like kind of helpful in like as far as everyday is that, like thinking more about like daily mental health stuff. But I think also it's been like this like kind of like fun thing that it's like, it's almost like a way to like to keep like accountability for some of the stuff we say.
Yeah.
To like
Big
follow
time.
through.
Yeah.
So I think it's made me, it's kind of forced me to be a little aware of like if I say I'm doing something to try to follow through with it.
Yeah. I think it's made me aware of how many times I tell stories. So I make sure I'm not repeating myself.
You still do.
I still do.
I think
But now I'm at like, we've done so many of these episodes that now I'm kind of like, it's weird when I'm talking to people that I haven't like regularly talked to, but they know things about me because of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
So I'm always like, wait, how do you know that? Like the thought that like there's 150 ish episodes of us talking about our personal lives are out there.
Shitting our pants.
Yeah.
And then when your wife goes back and watches those episodes before you met her, I'm like, what
Hey, it's
episode?
out there for public knowledge. So.
Yeah.
I'm like, what episode are you on?
At least you were never a dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You went on Tinder to make fun of people.
And if you were,
Dude, I wish.
If you were, you
I
wouldn't
wish
have
I would've
ruined
kept-
Mike's life.
true.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn it.
Just because Mike wasn't a hoe.
Why couldn't you have been more of a hoe?
Dude, anytime. Actually, never mind.
But that's also when we found out that like kissing is a big deal for Mike.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Every now and then, I'll see or like I'll hear like little stories about like, oh, this person finds out that they have a kid from touring or like their time and blah blah blah. I'm like,
Not
not
I.
me, not me. Our boy Brandon, Dead Perez 93. He said, did Hispanic Mike keep his new LA clothes?
Actually, as a matter of fact,
Mike.
remember when Mike used to do this all the time? We're gonna
Yeah.
put the clip right here, but we don't have that shot anymore. We don't have the wide shot. Mike,
Darn.
Do it over your face.
yeah, Mike has this video right here of him wearing his LA clothes with white Crocs.
Yeah.
I went to get coffee.
I have a whole video we can show.
I went to get coffee. It was early enough. I went drive through so nobody would see me.
Every time we went,
You get out of the shower, you put your Crocs on. It's like,
With Peter, we're dreaming of a day. He said, Brandon is sitting next to me, looking all simple Jack like. Dude, here's why he has that strength.
it's that strength, dude.
Oh my gosh.
He never goes full. It never goes full.
Never.
Never full strength.
You got a good brain.
Peter, he said, are you fixing the levels for the intro?
Soon. Yeah. But I was planning to have a new intro by 150, but I ran out of time. No. Not for what I'm trying to do.
we couldn't get pyrotechnics.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, when's the MBR reunion show? Oh, maybe we had one.
Yeah, but you guys have taken enough time off now that you need to reunite
Another
again.
one?
For consequences, illuminating.
Yeah, I think if we were going to go down that route, I think it'd be a smarter idea to be like, we're going to play a lot of songs from this album, not a
Yeah.
whole fucking...
We're the only ones playing.
MBR does have a new song that we are working through, which is cool.
It rips.
It's a ripper.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. And already, it's what I love is I'm here, and Martin already has like notes for it, which is something we didn't really get to do a whole lot for the EP. Like I'm stoked that it came out, but looking back on it, obviously it's like, oh, I wish we would have, been able to like jam it together.
Yeah.
That way we can really like get a feel for like transitions and just like be more, I don't know, more vibey, I guess, some parts. That's what was cool about recording with Putney. He made us play the album like a couple times, and then he'd be like, "All right, we're gonna figure out transitions for these because you guys could do the same ones."
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Why was this is from Peter? Why was Peter's episode so fucking good? So let's do a Zoom episode.
It's the bedazzled bandana.
Bedazzled bandana.
Yeah. That's what made it so good.
Why don't you sell bandanas as merch? Why would I?
Oh fuck! Dude, I love that clip.
Oh, fuck.
It'd be fucking hilarious if like he was just bald. just here.
Just where the bandana is, and then he just has the flow.
A skullet, dude. Oh, actually, it was so Maddie doesn't know. He said, "Let's do a Zoom episode."
Oh, that's because he moved.
Yeah.
Is he up there now?
Yeah.
Sacramento.
Being with his baby.
Is it Sacramento or
Sacramento.
Colorado?
Sacramento.
I just saw
I think it's just NorCal. I don't really know.
Sacramento.
That's cool. Dang. Ceasefire Productions. Davey Ceasefire is the best guest you've ever had. Easy. Just kidding. He said.
Wait till we have
His episode was. I did like.
It was a good episode.
So I like having like promoters
Yeah.
on the show because they have such a different experience. Like people don't understand the fucking shit they take, the headache it is to like get bands on, and then to still want to like put on bands.
Yeah.
Like to like, give younger bands a shine.
Even like the Peter's episode, the shit that he goes through with all the bands and all them, their managers and.
Yeah. I really did like your episode though, Davey. It's a good one. New View says, what are your top 3 favorite interviews?
Top 3 interviews. Big Brian is up there. We talked about this. The first episode when David from Smoked came on. And then
I think just based on like what we got out, like information and stuff, I think it was really cool hearing Jason from To Die For.
yeah, that was a cool episode.
Because it was cool to hear like his time with music, but how he's always been into art, and how his art went in from making his own band T-shirts to like now just being a whole.
Which we have to get his brother on.
Yeah.
Too. I just haven't hit him up, but yeah, we gotta get his brother on. Actually, I really like the Russ and Chris episode from Jackknife.
Yeah,
That was
cool.
That was a cool one.
Learning about all these educated hardcore-
Teachers, dude, teachers of hardcore.
Victor
Miami.
Victor
Or,
from Bar Slam.
Jabril and
Nick.
yeah.
Yeah,
They were like talking about like all the shows that they were going through, like
all the bands they've played in together.
Yeah.
The friendship thing. It's hard to say, like, it's really hard to say favorite interviews because, like, the connections are so different.
Yeah.
Like our connection with Adrian from Zebrahead.
Yeah.
Assuming we survive.
Yeah.
Like, when it's like, oh, we're telling we're telling stories about like us randomly running into each other at a bar in Norco and just getting hammered and singing karaoke. Like, and then, you have other interviews with, people that like you've played shows with, you've toured with.
Dude, Gabe.
Yeah.
Gabe. Like Gabe, we just let him talk.
Yeah.
Like
the historian, dude.
Yeah. Gabe, I feel like Gabe's one of those guests where it's almost like it's cool to give him something and then just get out of the way.
Yeah.
And then just let him share like whatever we're talking about.
And I think that question is hard for us to answer too, because there's a lot of conversations that we have that don't even make it onto the actual episode.
Yeah.
Like there are times when we'll sit here for like an hour and a half and talk before the episode, before we even start. Mm-hmm. And like to us, we don't like, I don't think of these as like the edit that comes out. Like it's just the whole sit down experience and hanging out. So it's tough to say like which ones were my favorite, because also like even like the ones like we said earlier with Rick and Chris, like there's so much shit that we can't talk about that we're like, like maybe talking about on the side or before or after the cameras are rolling, that like, yeah, that's a hard question. I feel like he always hits us with these heavy hitters that we can't fully answer. And we always have workarounds for the answers to those questions.
Yeah, I think there's too many.
Jesse's favorite episode was the first one with Chris Ballard.
Mike and I were just here hanging out. Yeah, it was Jesse and Chris talking.
I actually like the Jasmine's episode, because that's when we figured out like how like with dreams and stuff like that meant and all that.
Jasmine's episode was cool.
Yeah.
We do need to have more female guests on the show, because it's a sausage party. Walking blind sausage.
We just know so many dudes.
It's the next merch item.
Let me get that dog.
Let me get that dog.
So in this one I put up, only got one response. But is there any song? I just want to pull up the playlist now. Are there any songs on the Walking Blind playlist that like made you a fan? Like is there something that was put on that you hadn't heard before, or just something that stands out that was like either funny or really good, or just something you didn't like? Volcano Man? There you said? Dude, I like our playlist for my drives when I'm at work.
Yeah.
It's just something, cause it's just so fucking random.
It's just I have to put it on shuffle when I listen to it.
Yeah, that's what mine's on.
But then I also like I keep my Spotify on like the smart shuffle mode, so sometimes there's songs that aren't actually on our playlist. I'm like, what's this?
So something I think you probably the one who put it on, but like something I like a lot is that Shabuzi?
Tipsy bar song.
I like it.
You remember our Blast era?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was sounding all cool and modern talking with those kids at the boys' home. Mm-hmm. Like, man, he's old. I was like, what? I just learned about this.
Let's see.
Yeah, we have all kinds of stuff. We have all kinds of fun here.
I feel like I started listening to Movements more, because I think we put a Movement song on the playlist. Let's see what else is on here. There's so many songs on here. It's insane. It's actually not that insane, but still.
Well, yeah, it started so long.
It's 18 hours long.
Dude. We got Holy Blade on here?
Daylily by Movements.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of stuff on here. Oh, we had Drea, Justin's wife. She responded to this question. She's the only one, so thank you, Drea. She said, "Is it any wonder by Duran Jones and the Indications?" Do we have them on here, or is that just?
Wait, what'd she say?
That's the.
Is it any wonder by Duran Jones and the Indications? Do we have that on the playlist?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But we're about to add it.
We're throwing it on.
That's an old school Cholo song.
Also, Drea, still waiting for you to come do the show.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, she hasn't been on yet, right?
Mm-mm.
She was actually supposed to be the first female guest that we had
Yep.
on the podcast.
Just have Justin in the corner.
No, Justin can stay home with the kids.
Yeah.
So I guess I could probably say this now. Actually,
I'm just gonna bleep this whole line out, no matter what he says, just to make it seem more provocative.
maybe it hasn't been posted. I feel like it got posted.
What?
Is there a God's Hate and Band show coming up? A fest in Arizona?
Is there?
We might have to edit this out.
Dude, I didn't know.
MBR. We might have to edit this out. MBR.
No, it's right here.
Is it posted?
Bane, God's Hate, Bleeding Through, The Warriors,
Yeah.
and more have been confirmed for this year's Within These Walls festival.
Yeah. So MBR got an offer for that. Maybe I turned it down.
Why?
Not enough money. Just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Arizona. I would do it for free.
Yeah, but you have dudes coming
No, I
from
know.
New York and
Yeah. Well, one of the bigger obstacles was that Tron will be in Europe, and so we were exploring.
oh, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exploring fill-ins, but then we're just like, we got to write. Let's write first.
Yeah.
Put new music out.
So you need a bass player.
No, you're a guitar player.
Guitar player.
Oh, guitar.
Yeah.
But just out of nowhere, Mike starts sending me videos of him like learning it.
Weird how Mike knows the whole set.
He's like, it's like, I just thought I'd make this video. I just decided I wanted to play this.
He just
song.
starts sending you easy outs. Have you heard Fading Out yet?
This one's called Get Off My Lawn. It's about my mental health as an old man.
Look how good I am.
Yeah, it was. I remember I got the because Martin was like, "Hey, do you guys want to play this?" And nothing. It was just like, that's all it said, and there's like nothing. The picture didn't come through, so I was like, "Play what?" And then the flyer came up. I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "Yeah, dude."
Dude, Bane, God's Hate, Bleeding Through, The Warriors, The Beautiful Ones, Desmadre, Contention, Such Gold, Tirana, Apex Predator, End of Days, Lock Slip, Price of Life, and Entry.
I've been wanting to see Tirana.
At the Nile, dude.
Yeah.
Be sick.
Is that your last show?
Yeah.
Or my last one?
Yep. I imagine this will be in the upstairs.
Where's the Nile
Now, Arizona. Like Phoenix.
at? That's right. You guys said it's in Arizona.
I remember we played in Lubbock, Texas with Such Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Played Bleeding Through at the Born Dead Fest. Got to see them sound check. Fucking wild. Man. That's it, guys. You guys want to throw more jams on this playlist?
Mental health.
But no, check.
Oh, mental health check.
But you know what though? We're on the playlist, so let's switch things up for 150.
Okay.
Let's add some jams to the playlist.
All right.
So we're already here. Jesse.
Actually, you know what? Caramel Sleep Token.
That's fair.
So he named himself after. Okay.
So good.
I thought this was already on the playlist, but it's not. So I'm gonna go ahead and add Executioner's Tax
I knew it.
on here since I am repping the bootleg Power Trip hat.
Sick.
They're so good live.
You saw them
At No Value.
after Riley.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was actually pretty cool because he was like still giving Riley his roses and everything like that, you know.
Yeah.
What? Who's singing for them now?
I don't know.
It's weird because he kind of looks like Riley. Yeah.
Let's see.
Martin and Jeezy play them a lot.
Seth Gilmore. He was in Scourge and Fugitive.
Oh, sick. Man. There's just because I heard it recently, I think I played it today. And we already have a lot of Have Heart. The Same Sun.
Isn't that already on? No, it's not. Boom. Added it.
Same Sun. S-O-N. The opening track. I was kind of on a terror kick this week at work.
Well, let's get into the mental health check then.
Mental health checks, where we like to check in weekly and see where we're at mentally. That way, things are going well, what's going on in our life that's keeping us in a good place. And if things aren't going so well, what is going on that's keeping us in a funk? Or what are we neglecting to do?
Jesse, you start.
Jesse!
This week's kind of been hard because it's a lot of stuff that's been like going on either at work or probably just daily live at home or something like that. And then to top it off, I had like this very horrible experience at the laundromat. I can tell you guys about it after because it was very rough, and I was like, made me kind of look at like, is this humanity type thing, you know?
Whoa.
Yeah, it was bad. Like,
That was an interesting shot of me.
I mean, I think I could talk about it. If not, you guys can cut it out. But I was at the laundromat, and this whole week has been a tough week try to get through at work and, like I said, at home. So I'm already like not talking to anybody, just at the laundromat doing what I got to do. And some lady comes up to me, and she's like trying to sell me something in Spanish. She's like, here, like try to buy or whatever. And I looked at her, I'm like, I genuinely don't have cash, so I can't. And then she kept on insisting, and I just got mad. I was like, no, I don't want to buy anything. And then she comes up to me, and she goes, she had somebody with her, and he goes, I'll sell you my daughter. And I was like, what? And I just like froze, and she's like, you can whatever. She set a price or whatever, and I was like, no, what the fuck? And I just like got pissed off. So I go to the lady that like owns the laundromat. I was like, you need to call the cops now. And what set me off even more was that the daughter or whoever she was just unfazed. And I was like,
How old is she?
I didn't know her age, but she looked. It's kind of hard because like now teenagers look like adults. So she looked young. And I was like, what if I wasn't like this type of dude where like this is wrong for me?
Yeah, what if you said yes?
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
So, and it was like, I've heard about it before. I've heard about it like in scenarios with friends and like stuff that they've gone through and everything, but it's never happened to me firsthand. And I just like, if that, I was talking to my girl and I was like, if that was a dude, I would have fucked him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, that was just on top of everything. And it just fucked me up. It crashed me. Cause like at the end of the day, I just like, I don't want to go out. I just want to stay in right now. Cause and actually this weekend working on, guitars and stuff like that outside of work actually brought me back into like, I love what I do. This is dope because it was just like friends and that don't know, what to do with the guitar. And it felt great to actually, impart knowledge about that stuff. And as I do love my job. So,
It's awesome.
Started off rough, but at the end we made it. So, so.
I wonder if that wasn't actually their daughter. Probably like some
Trafficking.
child trafficking type shit.
That was like one of my biggest fears, and like, dude, legit, like when the cops showed up, it was just already, they're like, well, the most we can do is like take them to like, you know, jail or something like that. But if they can both, she can have like a story that she's already trained to say when, you know,
Right.
the cops show up, you know, so.
Yeah. It's sad because it's not uncommon for like kids to be sold like that from their parents.
Yeah.
I was like, if you want it so bad, sell yourself. Don't, like, I don't know, like, that's not even a good recommendation. But I'm just like, I didn't know what else to like do. You know, what else? You know.
I mean, I think you handled it right, getting the cops involved and everything. But that's fucked.
Yeah, I couldn't leave without doing something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, I think it's cool that you're like being able to impart guitar wisdom.
Which is crazy
wild.
because if you guys don't know this, I don't know how to play guitar.
Dude,
I know how to work on them.
Yeah. I mean, once you start looking at it as a machine that you're doing like mechanic on or something like that,
Yeah.
it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
dude, hey, who's to say you might not fucking become a ripper, man? Gerald was like just a power chord, you know, normal punk rock guitar player. And then I don't see him for years, and then he's just a freaking shredder.
Yeah. I am learning a bunch of stuff like on my own too. Just like, oh, this sounds actually pretty good, and when you mix it with this, it actually sounds even better. You know?
There's hope for me yet.
Yeah. And then my buddy comes over and he just starts shredding all over the guitar. I was like, maybe not.
What you got, Michael?
I've been good. So I needed new tires. There's this whole thing. I needed new tires, but you remember we were driving in San Bernardino that one night and we smoked that pothole and like bent my rims or whatever. So I was like pricing out whether to just buy 2 new wheels and 4 new tires or just all new wheels and tires, you know, whatever, right? So I bought just a whole new set of wheels and tires, and I sized down on the tires smaller than like stock, right? And then so I got the tires in, set the wheels up. I was like, okay, you know, like it looks sick, whatever. But now my car's like way lower, and it's already lowered. So like I couldn't like in and out of my driveway, even at like this slightest angle, it's just you know, dragging whatever. And then on the freeway, and like I knew that there was gonna be a change in the ride, but then it just like wasn't comfortable. So I was like, fuck, well, let me just buy some tires that are like the size, you know, whatever. So I end up spending another $500 to buy tires that fit properly. And now my car's like got it lined, you know, back in order, whatever, fixed the van window, you know, whatever. So now everything's back how it's supposed to be.
Just brought you peace.
But now my wallet hurts because, you know, spending that extra money, it's never fun. But other than that, like everything's been like pretty chill. I've been in, we've just been pretty much like grinding with Easy Out, like getting songs dialed, getting a set together. You know, the plan is to start playing live more. And then like getting into that groove with Ty now playing bass. Dude, it's crazy. Like Ty has this like infectious energy, right? So now that Ty is starting to get dialed in with the Easy Out songs, like when we nail something, like he's hype, and that makes me hype. So like all I want to do is like keep doing this shit because it's so much fun to be that hype about stuff. So like practices have been cool, and it's just been like it's cool to get back in the groove, like learning new shit too, like fucking our Happy Fight song.
Yeah.
And then Ryan hit us with this straight heater the other day. He was like, Easy Out has too many happy songs, so I figured I'd give you guys something tough. And we're all like,
Yeah, it's such a when we say the happy fight song, it is like a really upbeat, like really fun riff, and then he sends us this like it's hard ass.
It's a like OG Ignite song, like a Pennywise song. Like it's like
he's like, I was thinking you should do something like more like, kind of like more. He's like, wait, why am I telling you how to sing like a hardcore singer?
Yeah.
I was like, I'll figure it out.
So and then like I'm going back and learning some of the like pre-me songs, like Static and like all this stuff that was like before my time in the band that were already done. Mm-hmm. Now I'm coming back and learning them, and I'm stoked to drop Static because that song ended up way better than I had expectations for. So yeah, it's just been like a lot of that. Like work has been like pretty solid lately. And yeah, everything's been.
How's life with Andrew?
I'm getting in better shape. I still make fun of him for the way he eats.
Wait, for the way he eats? Why? What did he
eat? As you look into the camera.
Andrew eats ground beef, unseasoned, ground chicken, unseasoned, and egg whites.
He's really showing.
And that's
Caucasian.
It. That's pretty much it. Except when we go out to eat, then he eats like Rick does. Mm. Yeah. So, I have a video, if nobody believes me, of Andrew cooking his ground beef with no seasoning, and me telling him, "Hey man, where's your seasoning?" And him going, "There's no seasoning here. I eat for fuel, not for taste."
What?
I was like, listen.
That pissed me off so
I was like, listen, if that's what it takes to be as buff as you, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I'll stay like this.
Not worth it.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Might as well be eating pellets at that point.
But I think I bullied him enough into now that he's at least seasoning his chicken.
With salt and pepper.
And dill. So, no, it's been cool. I'm getting back to, because he's working at 24 Hour Fitness again. Mm. So I think I'm going to re-up my membership at 24 because it expired like a few months ago. But I think I'm going to re-up, and then we're going to start training together. So.
You gonna sign up for a deal again? That deal?
I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I can get it. But also, Andrew and I have been riding bikes together for cardio.
It's a tandem bike, Mike.
Yeah.
Bicycle. What kind of bicycles you guys riding?
Beach cruisers. Yeah. Yeah. Like I shot this video today. It looks like I'm riding with a gorilla.
You need to have a speaker in the front.
Why does he look like that riding a bike?
He's huge. Happy. He's all buff, like holding the fucking
Make my way down.
And I need you.
Dude, have you guys seen Terry Crews?
Yeah. White chicks.
White chicks.
Well, no, his lip sync battle.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He brings out like the streamers or whatever.
Dude, the hands down the best lip sync battle was Tom Holland.
Oh, Umbrella?
When he did Rihanna Umbrella.
Yeah. It was the flip.
Anyways, where are you at, Michael?
I've been good. I think work has been, it's like hard, but I kind of like it.
But you're starting to get acclimated to like the.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like, I'm kind of, I think I'm kind of past that. Like it's funny. Like I've been training, one of our new hires for like the last like 2 weeks, I feel like. And, it's like, I think it's good that I was, because like I know what it's like to be like super sore and like to be like to see like what like some of the propane like canisters on the yard, and to be them and just be like, see them and just be like, no fucking way, there's no way I can lift that, like there's no way I can, because I felt that way when I first started.
Yeah.
And so, but now like you just do it enough and now you're just kind of like, on Friday I had to go take 5 100-pound tanks to one of our stops, and my boss was there, and I guess he had told me like, I'll help you put him in the truck. I didn't hear him say that, so I just put him in the truck, and so like when I was on the last one, he like walks over and he's like, did you do that by yourself? I was like, yeah. He's like, I was gonna help you. I was like, I mean, it would have been nice. I didn't hear you.
Wait, do you have a lift gate? No, okay. All right.
My lift gate.
Your boss was like, damn, when did you not become a bitch?
Yeah, probably. No, actually, in fairness, though, it is a lot easier to lift into like the pickup that I drive
Versus
lower.
Yeah.
Versus the big ass.
Oh, where are you
box
at on
truck.
where are you at on your box truck license?
Oh, I got my permit. I got my CDLP. So now I got to just do hours.
How many hours is it?
It's only like 15 hours.
Oh, so you can do it like a week of work, right?
Yeah. And then I got to go take, I think, like 3 tests, like my airbag tests or air brakes tests. Another like hazmat. And then yeah.
You're gonna start driving tour buses, dude.
No, because he's gonna have his CDL B, right?
Yeah,
But apparently
You can't do buses with that.
no.
Can you?
But if I do my A,
Your A, you can.
Yeah.
Actually, so the guy that I'm training, he has an A.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, you should just do A.
You should,
So I was like,
Yeah.
because A will cover all the rest of it.
covers all of it.
But then you have to drive the semi.
Yeah. Also, you have to have like a perfect record because like anything that you do.
Yeah, you fuck up once and you lose
Yeah.
all that shit.
You get like a hole punch or something. And
Yeah,
you're
one episode of Cops, man, and you're done.
fucked. Weren't you on Cops?
That wasn't me. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing is, and I'm like, because like it's terrifying to think of like having to park with a trailer.
Yeah.
But like I've done it before, and
Yeah.
he was saying that the truck bed only has to be, I forget how like big it is. It's like not very big. So he's like, dude, if you've done a van and trailer, he's like, it's not much different than that. So
You're like, you should see the things I've done at Advantage.
Yeah. Let me tell you about the great flip.
dude, I'm awesome. If I don't have to drive in the snow.
Yeah.
I was
SoCal, you're fine.
Yeah. So yeah, that's getting closer with that. Probably taking on more responsibilities soon there.
More responsibility means more money, though, right?
I hope so. That's the hopes. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool because like there's a lot of the company is it's so small, and it's like our friends are the ones who own it, and like there's like a lot of room for like growth.
Yeah.
And stuff. So yeah, it's like little things. Like I got this it's so boring. I got this app that like basically routes your trips by efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I just plugged that in, put on and it gave me like this easy, like give me a route that like made sense. I was like, oh, that actually makes more sense to go this way instead of this way. So I don't know. It's fun. I like it because I get to listen to my podcasts. It was a bummer training because
Couldn't sing.
I couldn't sing, but I sing on my way home now.
The guy's like, so what would you normally be doing on this time? He's like,
Just, just studying for.
Mike just goes, dink, you're gonna be popular. This is what I do.
Santa.
Have you ever heard of Broadway?
I'll tell you guys something after this. But yeah, no, it's good. Work is going well. I think for not just myself, but Jordan too. Like, I think we're in a place where we're starting to chip away at debt, which is nice.
It's nice.
Because we are was it crushing debt? Is that how we say it?
Yeah, I know what it's like.
No, but so yeah, it's been. I think the one of the things that I'm just like grateful for is that, just having like hours to work, and even like with like this last week was probably like the least I've worked since I've been there as far as hours go. But I've had so much overtime for like other stuff that it always
Levels out.
it levels out. And so it's just nice to like have that, because I like to work. Like I like to, and it's just, I think with my last job, aside from what the actual work was, it was just frustrating not working full week.
I would have fucking lost my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to stay busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so with that, like I think that's when I'm, obviously I'm probably the most tired, but like physically tired. Like mentally tired, I still feel really good. Actually, this last week was kind of physically tiring a little bit. It's because of, like I said, more like responsibilities coming and stuff. But yeah, it was just good. I liked that I got to work. I sang. Like it's just, I don't know how to explain it other than just like my voice is like the strong it's been.
That you just have to get your body as strong.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to actually performing, that's when it's like,
yeah. You can sound good all you want.
Yeah.
The minute you have to move.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I had to put my gym membership on hold just because it's just, I don't get to do obviously like the good things I could be doing at a gym, like the full workout I could be getting at the gym.
But you, with lugging around propane tanks,
Yeah.
And then landscaping muscles.
Yeah, you're gonna get those like sinewy working man muscles. Fuck this bodybuilder shit.
I'm like a prisoner.
Quite the tan line right now.
Dude, I've been.
How is it comparable to this bad boy right here?
Well, what's crazier now is that I have this arm like burned basically compared to this arm.
You should wear a sleeve.
I usually do. I usually wear a long sleeve, but just the last 2 days it was just hot, and so I just didn't want to put anything underneath.
Just like
and
a
I
UV
burned my shit.
No, yeah, they have the breathable UV like.
Yeah, I have like shirts that actually go with my work shirt. I just don't know where they're at.
Just wear a thermal.
Dude. Yeah. So yeah, work has been good, and because I get to like do my Bible reading in the morning, and then I do my conspiracies right after, and then I do my music. It's good. Also, I wrote a song on the way to our friend's house, and that's where like when I text you guys, I literally just finished writing the song while I was driving.
Sick.
So I wrote while I was driving. I had the song in my head lyrically, and then
I thought you already had you had a melody for it.
I had the melody, and then I had
The chorus.
The chorus, which was I was like fucking around with,
Yeah.
and I kept the chorus, and I was like, I was like, I don't want to lose this because it was like, it's so ridiculous for like the song, but I was like, please, like I gotta, and then I had a concept, and I was like, this could work, I think. And so while I was driving, I was like repeating it like in my head so I'd have it. And then anytime I could, I would like try to like type it into my phone and then put my headphones in, and then I recorded it. So by the time I got to their house, I had it like finished, and then I was like, guys.
Dude, so we've been playing that song as part of the set after reading Rainbow.
Okay.
Because it's just like such a perfect like little like 15-30 second banger, and then go into the happy song. But it was like, we're gonna include this in the set. If Mike doesn't finish the song, we'll just axe it. But then now that you finish the song, we're like, yeah, let's play it.
And the concept,
Dude, that's why I want to do the music video.
yeah.
So
Yeah, things are good. I feel like I'm in a good place.
Things are looking up.
I'm looking up.
Well, you want to plug some socials?
Plug them.
Follow, like, subscribe.
Yeah. At Walking Blind Pod everywhere. walkingblindpod@gmail.com. Nobody emails us anymore, but it's still there. And then, yeah. Follow, like, and subscribe.
It helps.
All right. We love you guys.
Right.
Peace.
Change is coming. If you've made it this far, Jesse made a.
Fuck, I did it!
Change is coming.